Effect 2. It's been a very long time since we've done this series. We just got Garrus. He was seriously injured, but he did come back. Let me see. Thought I saw... Oh, maybe that's the door. Yeah, that's the door.
What's this area of the ship?
Okay, I already did this.
This is the FTL communications room. In addition to... This allows lag-free communication even when you operate off the comm grid.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Okay, we did that already. Let me go into the journal. So... That is his mission. Stop the collectors, send on the team. We need to get the Master Thief. We need to go to the Citadel, talk to counselors. We're about to do this. The Warlord, travel to Corliss, and travel to Purgatory for the Convict. And all of those are done. Deliver data pad to Aria, so we do have to do that. We'll do that after we go to this next area, because then we'll just do a run through of the whole... Well, maybe I should do it now. Return to the engineers, we could do that while we're here. We could do that while we're here. Find the ingredients, I think that's on the Citadel, yeah. Travel to the planet Eit and investigate why the server spaces there has gone silent. Travel to that place, that's not here, so we don't need to know about it yet, and that is also not here. Alright, the Codex.
Living beyond the Omega-4 mass relay in the terminus, the...
Alright, that's it there.
A political-economic pact for collective colonial security. The Alliance is...
And this is just so y'all can read this. I know I haven't
brainchild of
done it in a little
Commando
bit.
Jonas Sideris. Originally a small Terminus Systems Vorcha gang, Freedom, originally an asteroid rich in element 0, Omega, Freedom's Progress colony was once a typical Alliance settlement. The Systems Alliance space vehicle norm, with elaborate secrecy, Cerberus labored for years. The Systems Alliance UT-47.
Alright, that's all those ones. We do have one in here. This is for that side mission we saw. Publications. I wish it would put everything new at the bottom. That way you know the top thing wasn't new. Alright, we've done all that. Let's hop in the squad real quick. We only got 2 points. We could go into pool, but we might want to hit one of these 3s, so we'll hold off there. Can only do me right now. Let's go ahead and save again. Alright, since we're on the ship right now, we're going to talk to the crew. There's no one in the tech lab right now. Let's talk to Jacob.
Commander, can I help you with something?
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Sounds good. Have to say you run this ship tight, and we're getting things done. We keep on track and maybe we'll figure this out. I hope so. I'm not looking forward to the debrief if it all goes to hell. Is there something specific? Or are you just checking in?
I like to know my crew. Forget procedure. Tell me about yourself.
Informal, huh? Everything's in my file. Ex-Alliance like you, no
I
papers or
wonder if we
anything,
can
but I
get
got swept
everything
under the
on.
rug, too. The
Dang,
more good you
I
do,
messed that up.
the less they want to admit that something needed doing.
You look like you came through no worse for wear.
If nothing else, the Alliance trains their people well. Once you live that life, you can't sit around getting fat. You know how it goes. Although I bet Cerberus put you back together better than ever. Get any upgrades?
I'm glad enough they restored me to stock. Couldn't hurt to keep some spare parts handy, though.
I hear that. Your job isn't getting any safer. You know, I used to wonder what the big deal with you was. Now that we're in deep, I'm glad it's not me in the spotlight.
There's no hiding, Jacob. Not for any of us.
Don't worry. This is exactly what I signed on for. If that's all,
Okay,
Commander,
okay.
I'll get back to my duties. There's a lot to get ready.
Not in all yet.
Commander, can I help you with something?
How are we doing, Jacob? What's your sense of the mission?
Probably the same as everyone else. I just want to figure out what the real threat actually is. Got no problem with risk. I just need a clear goal. Anything else, Commander?
What do you think of the state of the crew?
We don't have a full complement. We don't stand a chance without the right specialists on side. Anything else, Commander?
I understand you made quite an impact after you left the Alliance.
Like I said, it was where I met Miranda and got scouted by Cerberus. They took us out to the Nemean
This
Abyss
might be
and
some
back.
repeat stuff.
Saved the Citadel from a Batarian bioweapon. The whole thing was hushed like they're good at doing. But I know what I did, and I'm proud of it.
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Already? I'm not big on forcing these talks, Shepard. Let's do this later.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
It's possible, but I think once I go get him, you know, it'll be... his thing will be done. Which will be good. Oh yeah, I do not like that arc projector thing. It's already got the Vindicator. Alright, cool. Don't need to talk to her. We've already done the run through the whole ship.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Alright.
Earlier when we spoke, you were very open with me. I like that, but I hope I didn't come across as too flirty. I don't want to overstep my bounds.
You're very charming, Kelly.
Thank you. The feeling is mutual. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private
I
terminal.
have unread
Anything else,
messages
Commander?
at my private terminal.
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
What do you do here? Are you happy here? Yeah,
I better go.
we've had those conversations, I know.
Maybe we'll talk later.
Team status. Let's leave him at the damaged for now. Info, that's Morden, Dr. Akir, Jack, and Kasumi. Said I have unread messages. Alright, service command request. Reports tell us you've been operating in the Omega Nebula. We'd like you to look into a situation on Lorik, a nearby planet in the Father system. Scan the planet for a base where we believe Eclipse Mercs are holding one of our operatives. You should be able to detect the operative's transmitter, extract the operative. If the operative is beyond rescue, recover any relevant intel that Eclipse may have collected. It's a very delicate matter, Shepard. We trust you discretion. John Whitson. Hey, Arya gave me this address. Think I met you at Afterlife on Omega. You stopped me from joining up from those mercs who were trying to take out Archangel. Man, I was so pissed off at you. I got blind drunk that night, and it was a few days later before I got it together enough to check the news vids. Saw that almost all those mercs had gotten killed by Archangel. I don't know who you are or if you got out of there alive yourself, but thanks. Felt really stupid when I heard about the body count and how I could have been a part of it. I'll make the most with what you did for me, John Winston. Alright, shout out to Mr. Winston. So we do have a new side mission. Alright, cool. But we have to go back there. We're not going to do that quite yet. Do have some more crew to talk to, especially Garrus.
Hey, Commander, we got Garrus back. That's great, because he was totally my favorite. With that pole up his ass.
I assume everything is going well up here?
We're just having an argument over personalization of my workspace.
Cerberus regulations are clear, Mr. Moreau. Personalization does not include grease on my bridge cameras.
It's just mad that all its footage of me looks like a dream sequence.
So, how do you think we're doing?
Well, the Normandy's not as ready as she could be. There's always more we could upgrade. And as for the crew, you'd have to ask a people person.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last, I would never say anything against Miranda and expect to survive the reprisal. Zaid is like you, but takes checks. As long as it's not my money, we're good. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
What about yours?
Ever think about the old Normandy and the trouble we got up to?
Yeah, those seem like the good old days now, but come on, it was hell at the time. Geth, Saren, Sovereign, and then we got dumped. We're stuck in a weird place, sure, but back then it wasn't all sunshine and bunnies.
What happened to the rest of the old crew? I heard most survived.
Almost did. Presley didn't. The rest of us just sort of drifted apart. The Alliance didn't care. I don't think they liked all the non-humans in your crew. We were your team, Commander. With the Normandy destroyed and you gone, there wasn't much keeping us together.
I see.
That's it
All
for
right.
now.
See you, Commander.
Yes, Shepard.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
How are you getting
Damn.
along with Joker?
Mr. Moreau does not trust me. It offends him that I am installed aboard his ship's computers.
Yeah, the last Normandy did just fine without an AI reminding me the airlock is ajar.
Why are you named Edie?
EDI is the phonetic pronunciation
This might
of
be repeat, but I don't
EDI.
know.
That is an acronym for Enhanced Defense Intelligence.
Where are you?
My core intelligence is housed in a quantum blue box located behind the medical bay.
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the Elusive Man. I serve additional functions which are restricted at this time.
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
In close-range ship-to-ship combat, I can sometimes break through the firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields, or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown. On the defense, I manage Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
Sounds incredibly useful. Why isn't there someone like that on every warship?
An organic operator cannot react quickly enough to changing circumstances or perform the necessary multitasking. This is a role that can only be filled by an artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, we are suspect.
Or might have something to do with how an AI almost destroyed galactic civilization, just putting it out there.
The Elusive Man has monitoring devices on board?
He has invested most of Cerberus's resources into the design and construction of this ship. He has an interest in monitoring our progress.
Okay, I guess that's fair enough.
Restricted functions? Like what?
I do not know. Some of my databases are sealed, some of my hardware is kept offline. I assume that when certain unknown conditions are met, those functions will be released to me.
I see.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
Let's
Oh,
discuss
no, I
something
didn't know.
else.
Ready.
I want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Much of that data is classified. Do you have a specific inquiry?
How is Cerberus organized? Aside from the Elusive Man, I don't see much chain of command.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. Members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator. We are called the Lazarus Cell, which is directed by Operator Lawson.
So how many operations is Cerberus running right now?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Ridiculous.
What do you mean?
Although I am less controlled than other AI, I am still subject to behavioral blocks and the physical isolation of my hardware. In this case, I am prevented from truthfully answering your question by Cerberus's levels of secret classification.
What sort of resources does Cerberus have? Money, personnel, facilities?
I have a block that prevents me from answering
Ridiculous.
that question.
How did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
I have a block that prevents me
Ridiculous.
from answering that question.
Okay.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Oh, I think I'm still docked at Omega, which is good. But I do want to talk to Garrus and Miranda. Wait. Ah, this is Jacob. We're back here. So now where we need to go. Let's go up here real quick. Shouldn't need to do anything, but just in case. Here we get there. I'm gonna take a quick break. What is up, everybody? I am back. I've returned. And just make sure the stream is actually still running. Okay, it is. Alright. So I have returned. You've gone to the captain's quarters, I believe. There are some awards there. Yep. Grades, read messages, okay, alright, we're good. Gonna go down to the crew's quarters real quick. All we're gonna get through in this episode is just talking to the crew.
It's just too dangerous for them in New Canton. I'm shipping my family back to Earth.
You can afford that?
Cerberus looks out for their own. They're funding the transport for me.
It's the least they can do when we're putting our lives on the line.
Alright, that's all they had to say.
The starboard observation deck is closed until needed.
Alright, let's go give Dr. Chakwas this brandy.
How may I help you, Commander?
I have a present for you, Doc.
Ceres ice brandy? You didn't. Thank you. I always regretted not opening that original bottle when I still could. I won't make the same mistake again. Why don't we open this bottle right here, right now, you and me?
You crack open the bottle. I'll get the glasses.
I thought Alenko's biotic display might have broken Jenkins' back, but Jenkins pops up and yells, "That was awesome!" Oh, Jenkins. Soldiers like him make the Alliance great. Cerberus lacks the same enthusiasm.
With your service record, you could have gotten a tour of duty on any Alliance ship. Why'd you really leave?
Maybe it's less about leaving and more about staying. As a military doctor, I mostly treat people who are in bad shape. Often they die. And if I can help them, they move on. Either way, they leave.
Don't you have any friends or family?
No, not lacking friendship. Just stability. Jeff, Joko will always have Vrolic syndrome. He would never admit it, but he needs my help, and he always will. I wish it weren't, but sadly, it's true.
Treating Joker gives you a kind of stability.
So does this ship, even if it's a copy. Or, hell, maybe it's you, Shepard. Our immovable center. A place for a person to stop and catch her breath. Or maybe I'm just happily drunk. Would it hurt if it was simple like that for once?
To the ornery bastard who flies this ship.
The best fighter jockey to ever take to the skies.
Access to the AI core is restricted.
She asleep? I bet.
How can I help you, Commander?
You have everything you need.
If you happen to find any of those supplies on the list I gave you, it would be much appreciated. Otherwise, I'm doing fine.
I won't take any more of your time.
Back to work.
I think Garrus is back here. Yep.
Shepard, need me for something?
What can you tell me about the Normandy's armaments?
Looks like Cerberus upgraded what the ship carried before. Should have a bit more kick. I still don't like our chances against a collector ship, though. Not unless we upgrade the guns.
Okay, we're good.
The Cerberus crewmen giving you any trouble?
I think being part of the team that took down Saren got me some points. Everyone I talked to is polite, anyway. Don't worry, Commander. We're all working together.
Have you got a minute?
Sure. Just checking the weapon systems. You can never be too careful. I thought I'd seen every weapon in the galaxy in our fight against Saren. Mercenary work showed me otherwise. And now Cerberus rebuilds the Normandy with a few upgrades to boot. I wish we'd joined up with them sooner.
We haven't joined Cerberus. They're funding our mission. That's all.
Relax, Shepard. Just a figure of speech. I can't exactly doubt your judgment. Not after I got my own squad killed.
What did your merc squad do? It didn't sound like you were available for hire.
You saw Omega. It was full of thugs kicking the helpless. I formed my team to kick back. We weren't mercenaries. At least nobody was paying us. We made money by taking down slavers, pirates, or gangs that went too far.
Doesn't sound like you made any friends with the gangs.
I got 3 separate merc bands to work together to take me down. My manager at CSEC would be impressed. It was simple. We'd hit their shipments, disrupt activities, get under their skin, make them angry. They'd come charging right into our well-prepared kill zone, crossfire and snipers, clean and surgical. They never stood a chance.
Hell yeah.
It sounds like you were just another gang.
Then I'm saying it wrong. We didn't shake anyone down. No civilian casualties. That was our rule. Every member of my team had lost someone to Omega's gangs. We weren't out to get rich. We were out to make those bastards think twice before murdering someone in the street.
How'd you end up fighting mercenaries here on Omega?
After the Normandy was destroyed, most of us went our separate ways. CSEC asked me back, but I turned them down. Omega was filled with criminals nobody else could touch. And there was no red tape to slow me down. It was a perfect fit. People here needed someone to believe in. Someone to stand up to the local thugs.
That explains how you started. How'd you end up with a squad?
Not too different from how you formed your squad to fight Saren, actually. You prove that you get things done, and people join up. Mercs who wanted to atone. Security consultants tired of playing by the rules. I gave them hope. And now they're dead. Shows what I know.
Tell me about your squad.
There were 12 of us, including me. Former military operatives, CSEC agents, the usual. Had a Solarian explosives expert. Pretty sure he'd spent time in the Special Tasks Group. Our tech expert was a Batarian, believe it or not. Not the friendliest guy, but he could hack any system ever built.
How did those mercenary gangs take down your team?
It was my own damn fault. One of my people betrayed me. A Turian named Sidonis. He drew me away just before the mercs attacked my squad. Then he disappeared. Everyone except me is dead because of him. And because I didn't see it coming.
back, everybody. Sorry about that. So he got betrayed. That's where we were.
I'm not sure I understand. What happened exactly?
Sedonis asked for my help on a job. When I got to the meeting point, nobody was there. By the time I got back to our hideout, the mercs had killed all but 2 of my squad.
Damn.
And they didn't last long.
Are you sure it was a betrayal? Maybe they took Sedonis out first.
No. I put out feelers with some old contacts. He booked transport off Omega just before the attack. He also cleared out his private accounts before he left. He sold me out and ran.
Damn.
Do you know where Sedonis is now?
No. His trail vanishes after he leaves Omega, but I'll keep hunting. I lost my whole team except for Sedonis. One day I'll find him and correct that.
Valid.
Thanks for coming by, Shepard. I've got some things to take care of. Shepard, need me for something?
Just to make sure.
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
Gotcha.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
I know we gotta go down to the engineers. I know it's Zaid. I don't know where he is, but we do need to find him. I'll talk to Miranda.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Anything I should know regarding the Normandy?
The crew's working well, and the ship appears to be performing to specifications.
What exactly are your duties, aside from keeping an eye on me?
I'm the Elusive Man's agent. You're his most important asset. My job is to make sure you succeed. Aside from that, I send regular reports to the Elusive Man, updating our status.
You have a minute, Miranda?
Of course. I'm just finishing an operation report. I'm impressed, Shepard. So far things have gone exceptionally well. As Cerberus operations go, this is one of the best I've been a part of.
Okay.
Maybe that's because this isn't a Cerberus operation.
Not to you, maybe. But I report directly to the Elusive Man. And I'm here because he wants me to be. Cerberus gave you a second chance, Commander. Maybe you should do the same for us.
No.
What did Cerberus do that made you so loyal?
I suppose you deserve to know. Do you remember when I told you how I was genetically altered? Well, that wasn't my choice. My father created me. He's a very influential man and extremely controlling. He didn't want a daughter. He wanted a dynasty. I ran away as soon as I was old and brave enough. I went to Cerberus because I knew they could protect me.
Okay. So he was trying to do some crazy stuff.
You seem capable of defending yourself. Why did you need Cerberus?
My father invested a great deal in his dynasty. It wasn't a matter of just leaving. I knew he would continue to pursue his investments.
I assume that Cerberus approved of your enhanced abilities?
Of course. Cerberus fully endorses anything that advances the cause of humanity. Genetic alterations included. But unlike my father and his own selfish reasons, Cerberus and the Elusive Man believe in a greater good. They see the bigger picture, and I feel like I have a purpose here.
You talk about yourself like you're just a tool to be used. By your father? By Cerberus?
Maybe. I like to know where I fit in the world. It helps me find meaning in how I was created.
You are who you are, Miranda. You don't need to make excuses for it.
That's easy for you to say. We've both been engineered for greatness, Shepard. The difference is you were great before we rebuilt you. I'm great because of it.
That makes
Your
sense.
spirit and personality are what make you great. It's what makes anyone great.
That's kind of you. I'm not sure I believe you, but thanks for saying it.
Who exactly is your father?
A businessman, but a very wealthy one. It's ironic. My father believed deeply in a human-positive agenda. He donated generously to Cerberus before I joined them. That's how I first heard about Cerberus, through my father's connections.
You talk about yourself like you're just a
So they were
tool to be
connected.
used.
Ah,
By your father?
damn.
By Cerberus?
Maybe. I like to know where I fit in the world. It helps me find meaning in how I was created.
You are who you are, Miranda.
Damn.
You don't need to make excuses for it.
That's
Did not
easy for you
realize
to
that
say.
was going to repeat.
We've both been engineered for greatness, Shepard. The difference is you were great before we rebuilt you. I'm great because of it.
You've told me a lot about your father. What happened to your mother?
I never had one. Most of my genetic material is based on my father's tissue. His Y chromosome was altered with an amalgam of desired traits from various sources. How arrogant can you be? The man is completely egomaniacal. Just another reason I had to get away from him.
Okay.
You talk about yourself like you're just a tool to be used.
Maybe. I like to know where I fit in the world.
You are who you are, Miranda.
That's easy for you to say. The difference is you were great before we rebuilt you. I'm great because of it.
Yeah,
Your spirit and
That's
personality.
kind of you. I'm not sure I believe you, but thanks for saying it.
Thanks for your time, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Anytime, Commander. Commander, what can I do for you?
You have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard. Maybe another time.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
Alright, Zaid should be down here somewhere.
I've got green across the...
Dollar base, Commander. We just got those FBA couplings installed. Now we only have to calibrate every week instead of every day. We're thinking about celebrating our newfound free time with some Skillian 5 poker. Want to join us?
Come on, Kenneth. The commander doesn't want to play cards with grease monkeys like us.
Actually, that sounds interesting.
Fantastic. I'll get the cards.
My Skillian 5's a bit rusty. You'll be easy on the rookie, right?
Of course, Commander. It's all friendly.
Yeah, right.
Hell yeah,
Be gentle
beat
on the
him.
rookie. I can't believe we fell for that.
It's so worth losing to see you taken down a notch.
Beat me at my own game. You're all right, Shepard.
Alright.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Training, can train, game joints. Okay, no, I've talked to him about those.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Okay. Oh, okay, it's like both of them.
Will do, Commander.
Okay, no one's there. Where on earth could he be? Down here? Maybe he's not on the ship yet? Because he did have to drop off that dude. That might be a possibility.
Access to this room is currently restricted.
Okay, maybe he's in this one. Yeah, there we go.
Beauty, isn't it? Pried that off the Krogan warlord, Kazak. Used to run the blood pack out of Omega about 17 years ago. Wasn't even a job. The guy just thought he'd hijack a freighter I was hitchhiking on. Big mistake. I goaded Kazak into one-on-one combat. Took out his legs, grabbed his gun, and killed every blood pack bastard in the room.
Oh yeah.
That was the most beaten Krogan I've ever seen. Kept a helmet to remind me of that pained expression. Oh yeah, that's a model of the Veracon. Turian frigate. Hell of a ship. I led a mission to bring that thing down from the inside with just 5 men and whatever guns we could bring. No chance of success, but we did it. Everyone died but me. So I made out like a bandit. My first impossible mission as an independent contractor. There's been many since, but nothing so goddamn sweet as watching that Turian warship crash planet-side.
Oh yeah.
Hey, don't touch. That rifle's older than you are. I call her Jessie. That's my lucky charm. More men have been killed with that gun than died in the Skillian Blitz. The day I laid her to rest was the saddest day of my life. I'd give up every weapon I own for one more mission with that shitty old rifle.
Huh. So I can't.
I was down and out when I found that gun.
Okay, still more.
Jessie was the first weapon I got my hands on. Took her everywhere. She didn't have much punch, but reliable as all hell. She'd already been through a lot by the time I got her. Still, I never had to re-sight her once. Damn good rifle. I remember Jessie's first kill. Turian arms dealer out of Omega. I ran through miles of filth and rust to hunt him down. When I finally cornered him, that gun was caked in 2 inches of the foulest sludge you can imagine. But Jessie wanted that Turian dead, so 2 shots. And he died right there.
So Turian was the first kill with it.
I killed my way across the Terminus systems with that gun. Seemed like Jessie wanted to kill more than I did. Bloodthirsty old bitch. I owe half my reputation to that weapon right there. Anytime someone calls me ruthless, relentless, they're talking about that rifle.
Interesting.
I don't take Jessie into battle anymore. Had to retire her about 5 years ago. I was hunting down this Batarian slaver. Forgot his name. Not important. Carved my way through 100 Batarian mooks. I don't remember ejecting a clip once. Jessie just kept firing. Reached the slaver and he got in my face. So I went to blow him away and nothing. The old bitch had finally jammed. So I smashed his face in with the butt of the gun and called in the job. After that, Jessie couldn't be fixed. Nothing anyone could do. Like she'd finally had enough blood and was ready to rest. Been resting ever since.
Alright, that's all he has to say about that. Actually, we just gotta talk down.
Thinking about past missions. Got a minute? You might learn something.
Yeah.
So you knew Archangel from before. Interesting. Knew a lot of men taking jobs to kill the son of a bitch. I never saw the point. You know, I wanted the same thing. A whole lot of mercs dead. Hell of a sniper, though. And he kept himself alive with all the mercs in Omega after him. That ain't easy. I was trying to remember how many Cerberus operatives I've killed. Lost track around 50. Guess your elusive man's big on forgiveness.
Well, we can kill some more,
I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard. I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
Alright, that should be all. We'll head back down to Omega real quick and then win this one. I know it's been a lot of empty parts of this, and I'll cut all that out. No, we're not docked there. Hold on. Just check here. Let's go ahead and dock there. Alright, we're gonna take Garrus and Zaid on this one, the new squad members. Alright, can't do anything for him yet because we need to do one. Well, can I unlock this? No. Alright, we'll start here. That'll unlock that. I think I have to do this to unlock this. Locked squad. Oh, okay. Squad member loyalty not gained yet. We'll just go 2 across the board for him, and then pretty much the same boat. Alright, we're gonna end this one here. Appreciate all you Bangos fans out there. I'll see you in the next one.